But the change is the difference between the brain's model of something happening and then the reality that we're perceiving the model is. So for example, if you're leaving to go to work in the morning, you've left on the same time you normally do, the commute takes half an hour or so driving, but there's massive traffic because there's new roadworks or something, or a tree's fallen over and stuff like that. Immediately, there is a change in your model. Your commute model is now shifting, and your brain has to fill in the gap and try and build a new model to understand it. And that makes us feel quite stressed because our body is literally releasing energy, blood sugar, cortisol into our system so that our brain can work harder to build a model for what's going on. That can sometimes spew out into things like catastrophizing, into our worry system to make us think like, oh no, I'm going to be late for work. I was late last week. My boss is going to fire me. And then you kind of run down the spiral of worries. I'm going to get fired. I'm not going to be able to eat. We're not going to be able to make ends meet. We're going to get kicked out of our house. Spiraling down this very unhelpful system of thoughts and thinking. All because our brain doesn't have a model for how this thing works yet.
Spot on. I couldn't have put it better myself. That is why he is our resident neuroscientist. So it's so well put, because that's sort of the idea of catastrophizing and spiraling. And this is why this podcast, we're doing it. It's important to just say we're doing it for our clients. We're doing it for the kids at school that we're trying to work with. We're doing it with parents. We're doing it for teachers. We're doing it for all those demographics.
If you have a brain, it's for you.
Too right. And
that's for your dog. They have a brain too.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff, isn't it? So it's why we're trying to get this message out, because it's something that isn't spoken about, isn't even considered and contemplated in your normal day-to-day life.
100%.
And that's because we don't spend enough time worrying about that sort of worry itself, because we're busy, we're working, we have busy family lives. But that's why we have to make conscious efforts to work and understand this stuff, because otherwise we're going to just keep going down a route of not very helpful thinking, not very helpful thoughts that are just going to lead us to ultimately not being very happy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then not being the best version of yourself. And that's not what we want. So
100%. And how we manage it, it's not one size fits all. But for example,